Hello, everyone. Darrell Owens, Bowie Television, and we are here on Radio Row. It's day 4 for us, final day for us, but we do got some great interviews scheduled today. And today we have the owner and CEO of the Believe Sports Podcasting Network. And look, I'm so glad to have you today, Bron
Thank you.
Huessenstamm.
That's right.
There you go. Yeah. So Bron, what brings you to Radio Row today?
Just excited to see everybody. It's the Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl for media as well. So you've got, the biggest voices like while we're sitting here, Gronk will walk by, Julian Edelman will walk by, and then you've got, all the distributors, the sales reps. You really want to see everybody and say hello. And so it's fantastic just to get together.
Well, that's good. That's good. So you have built yourself quite the sports organization, and a lot of it has to do with bringing in former athletes and giving them the chance to sign on the media platform. Can you tell us, for those who don't know about the great Believe Sports Podcasting Network, if they don't know about it, can you tell them about all the great things you guys do?
Sure, and thank you for that. And really what we set out to do was just provide microphones where there were no microphones. So whether you're a communications major or you played second base for the Dodgers, it's not easy to break into media, right? And especially for the ones that have retired, you lose that platform. And so, stay on the Dodgers as an example. You're never getting those jobs for Oral Hershiser or Nomar Garciaparra, right?
Right.
They're Hall of Famers. They're fantastic at what they do. But, hey, I played for the Dodgers. I want to talk Dodgers. Where do I go? So I was looking for a spot for Ryan Leaf from my agency 5 years ago. Actually brought him here. He did 82 interviews in 3 days. I remember because we counted because we couldn't believe it. Said, hey, this podcast thing is coming, man. This is direct to consumer. I don't need to pitch you to iHeart or something. You can just get started. And we called around and we couldn't find a spot that was like a startup specialist. And I knew this from both in my own career and then from on a management perspective. It's hard to get to local radio.
Right.
People think local radio is like step 1. Local radio is like step 6.
Yeah.
So you're where do you go 1 through 5? And now 5 years in, Believe has really filled that. We have about 150 athletes on the platform. We have a show for every team. And it's just providing that opportunity to get in and take those reps. For a lot of athletes, you pick up a ball 4, 5, 6. You don't get paid for 18 years.
Yeah.
Luckily in hosting, it doesn't take that long, but you still got to get in there and prove yourself, build your resume up. And look, it helps if you were Shaq, right? You've been doing interviews and you're fantastic. Who doesn't want to have Shaq? But not everybody's Shaq. But that doesn't mean that they don't want to do it, right?
Exactly.
And so we really provided them the opportunity to maximize them, and then we opened the door and let them run through it.
So, you made a good point. Radio's like step 6, but social media has kind of opened the door for people like myself. When I started, I was a person who wanted to, I got into college for mass communication at VCU University, wanted to do it. Life came at me, wife, kids, family, so much other stuff. And then when I turned 30, the light bulb turned on and said, hey, social media is out there, go make it happen, and I've been doing this now since, for about 8 years now. And so I understand completely. It is a hard road to get into to get to that point, but it's great to see that social media has helped build us where we are right now.
Sure. Well, look, in the digital space, and we talk to, it doesn't matter if you're a pro athlete or someone just getting started, there's no magic podcast fairy, right?
No, not at all.
You got to grind. You got to want
hustle.
it. And so it's I really don't consider us like American Idol. You can be fantastic on the mic, but you have to do everything else around it. And so what we really specialize in is taking somebody that's fantastic at what they do and pointing them at a passionate fan base. So it doesn't matter if it's Harry Potter or the Dodgers, right? You've got a fan base that's clamoring for information. Your words, the words of a former player, the way that they see it, that's valuable to the people that are excited to hear it. And then you can monetize that value depending on how big your fan base is.
Right.
And you can do that through social media. You could do it, older on the radio. Look, they call this Radio Row. This digital row.
It is. It really is now. I mean, it's Radio Row's the nice, terminology for it, but it is digital.
Might as well call this sponsored by Blockbuster. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, and see, that's the thing. Now, let me ask you this: y'all also do entertainment as well? Is entertainment a part of the tree?
Yeah, we have about 40 shows, non-sports. Actually, some of our biggest hosts, a couple of them, 8 million followers. They've understood that if they put out things that fans are excited about, that content will continue to grow. And the great thing about, like you said, with social media is you get that instant feedback.
Right.
Hey, I sent this out, it got 1,000 likes. I sent this out, it got 100 likes. do more of the one that got 1,000,
Right.
less of the one that got 100. Like,
Right.
stop jamming your content onto people. Let them react to it, and then
Exactly.
take that feedback. And that's where a lot of people miss. Like, there's no difference between a podcast, a YouTube, a tweet, and Instagram. It's content related to passionate fans that are excited about it.
Right.
You get that instant feedback, and then you continue to grow. I think, like, you look at the stats, like, people don't get their news from the news. And it's
True.
just like what happened to the regional sports networks. It's like somebody on Twitter is cooking them because they're breaking it at 3 o'clock, turning their phone
Right.
around, and they're waiting for their 8 p.m. programming, right? You're in instantly. And so you have the opportunity to get ahead of billion-dollar companies, and you can be that content creator. But the thing about working with a company like ours is, how do you maximize it, and how do you pull revenue?
Right.
That's a hard part.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. I mean, obviously you got the great, they got the great network going on. But is there anything else that you got in the eggs that that you're kind of trying to get out there, and anything in particular that you're trying to push besides it? Anything next on your, I guess using your scale, what you want to do next? Is there anything other than this?
Trying to partner with Bowie TV, man. They're
There
fantastic.
you go. I like that. Hey, we all down for that.
So just more.
Right.
The answer in this is more. It's more hosts, it's more shows, it's more audience, it's more good advertising partners, and then just being that footprint. I think something that's really interesting for us is, like, when someone talks, we want it heard everywhere.
Right.
Because you don't know how people consume. Now, you can assume they're going to come to your podcast, but what if they get their content from YouTube?
True.
What if they get it from TikTok? What if they're Twitter? What if they're written? We've got a Fan Nation page that only writes about it. What if they're sitting in an airport? Well, we're in every airport on Sunday mornings with
Right.
a wraparound show with Reach TV. What if they like fast channels? Believe has 2 24/7 channels on your TV on TCLs and Fubo. Like, well, what if they want 30-second clips on Roku? Well, we're there too. It's like, you want it to be this real virtual assembly line where when you talk, it ends up
gets
like
out
the
so-
Jetsons
right.
commercial, right? Where he's just
Ding,
dropping
ding,
the kids
ding,
off
ding.
out of there. And it's just going to everywhere people
Right.
consume, and it's immediate.
Smart. That's smart. So, Bron, we appreciate you coming on. But before we go, and make sure you get some candy, because we have plenty
Thank
of
you.
it.
Appreciate that.
This is what we call the Bowie TV Bowl. So in
Okay.
here is a fun question about you.
Okay.
That we would hope that we'd be able to get a good answer for. You can pick whatever you want here, read it out, and give us your answer.
Sure. Top 3 movies of all time.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait to hear this.
Good Will Hunting,
Okay.
Devotion,
Okay.
The Blind Side.
The Blind Side. It's a solid top 3.
All right.
It's a solid
If
top
any
3.
of those 3 are on, you're like, how can I not sit back and watch this? I mean, I think when Michael Orr walks across the stage, you cry.
Right.
In
You
Devotion, you watch the story, you cry. Good Will Hunting just really hit home because I was just such a smart ass in high school and got kicked out everywhere, and I was like, I feel you, Matt Damon.
I love it. Well, everybody, I'm Darrell Owens, Bowie Television. Bron, we truly appreciate you coming on with us.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
And make sure y'all check out Believe, because believe me, they are on the way up. I'm Darrell Owens, Bowie Television.